Mel Pardue custom late 1990s Linerlock knife with polished ram horn scales. Very interesting and gorgeous looking knife, I think. This one's about late 1990s model. Although it might be from early 2000s, if I'll find some more information, or if you might have some additional information on this knife, I would love to hear from what I've been able to find. Most probably this is one of the late 1990s Mel Pardue model. Overall open length on this knife we have 8.75 inches, which is 22.2 centimeters. Closed length on this knife we have 4.9, about 5 inches, which is about 12.5 centimeters. Blade length we've got 3.8 inches total blade length, 9.65 centimeters, and cutting edge itself 3.75 inches, 9.5 centimeters, and we've got 0.12 inch thick, 3 millimeters inch thick drop point design of ATS-34 blade steel. During the late 90s, early 2000s, ATS-34 and 154 cm were the best blade steels to use. And on this knife, a total weight we have 5.3 ounces, 150 gram, and the blades hand rubbed. It's got a hand rubbed satin finish. We've got a liner lock, and the knife runs on 2 washers. And half of the handle it's a stainless steel. Another half we've got yellowish color that goes into brown. Quite nice looking hand polished ram horn scales. Pros, well, overall very beautiful knife. Sits in hand well, good workmanship. Overall nice ergos, even though I prefer a lot of jimping and some more grooves on the handle. I would say this is more of a large size gentleman's folder category of knives. Opens up easily. Jimping at the spine though of the thumb stud helps your thumb rests on it very well, so there is no risk of your finger slipping on it, because your thumb sits so well and rests so well against it. It will prevent any accidental slips. I like the liner cutout, so your thumb will fit in easily. We've got a slight lock stick on this knife. Slim folder, slim and slick slicer, just like Mel Pardue's other creations. If you remember the Benchmade, he's collaborated with Benchmade a lot, and you do see kind of in Mel Pardue's designs a lot of similarities in terms of style, his preferences, and how he makes knives. He's been making knives since 1957. He's the legend in the industry. If you like collectible knives, collecting knives, you gotta have one of Mel's creations. And if you do collect knives, most probably you're gonna have one of Mel's either collaborations or customs. These are gorgeous knives. Some cons, weaknesses. Well, on this knife, I do experience light lock stick. The liner goes in well, but sometimes I do need to press in really hard. Since it's not my everyday EDC and it's more of a collectible that sits on a display shelf and does not get much use, it's not a really any issue for me. I would say more of an issue for me is the location of Thumbstud. I think I've seen similar design with a crease reeve knives, and I think it takes time to get used to move around from the upward position your thumb, move it around and open, or with a little flick, it opens up well. So I guess just like any other knives, it does take time to get used to, although I would not say it's more comfortable than my other thumb studs. It's not a too big of an issue. Missing pocket clip, well, again, for me, it's this is not an EDC knife, it's a collectible, but if I would EDC this knife, would I like pocket clip on it? For gentleman's folder, maybe no, but yeah, would be nice to have an option to have a clip, switchable, whether tip up or tip down carry. Overall, very interesting, gorgeous, and beautiful knife. Just like Mel Pardue's lot of other customs. It's a piece of history, gorgeous looking knife. I'm very happy to have this piece in my collection. I'd give it an A plus grade. It's a gorgeous, beautiful looking, wonderful collectible knife.